Liberty Journal. Who? Redacted. Others. And Willie. What? Unknown. Where? Alcoholics Anonymous meeting and parking lot. When? Redacted. Why? Unknown. How? Transcribed from recording. By? Redacted. My dad used to come to meetings just like this, pretty regularly. He would often mention how they saved his life. He offered to take me along to a meeting if I ever wanted to. Not sure why I never took him up on that. Guess I didn't feel I belonged. If he was here today, he would probably say that only losers worry about not being alive. We are alive, so we should talk about life. One day at a time. Today is all we got. May not seem like much to the uninitiated, but it's everything. Because we got more of a grip on today than any other. My dad was my coach. He wouldn't spend much time explaining the underlying complexities of the game, but he was able to sum up his breadth of knowledge into one important phrase. Skate! It would be impossible for me to forget the sound of his voice, continuously hollering that profound yet simple instruction from the bench. And it continues to sound more profound the older I get. I'm sure, like most things in life, when seeking finer details, you will inevitably get lost in even finer details. When all that needed to be done was do. Move. Skate! My dad had a few hiding spots around the house, though they could hardly be referred to as such, as his boozing career was coming to a close. I can still picture one of his last nights near the bottom. The walk-in closet in the basement. Door open, light left on, streaming through the darkness onto his back. Sitting there in his gitch, in front of his stereo, headphones on, toe tapping, and air guitar strumming. My room was in the basement, and I'd never seen him do this before. Wasn't long after that he had bought a guitar, and the only thing he was doing in the evenings, besides his meetings, was practicing. It was like watching the saddest midlife crisis you'd ever seen. Every day, at the same time. But we were all just glad he was sober. We could have excused almost anything he was up to. Sure as shit, though, after a few years, those same songs he was drunkenly strumming air guitar to, he was playing perfectly. He just kept strumming. He just kept moving. Now that's a high, if I've ever seen one. My dad was a golfer, too. He knew golfers love to complain about the wind and their lie and the placement of the pins. Poor me, poor me, pour me another. Am I right? Dad would be like, "What are you, a bum? Would you rather be getting paper cuts in the office? Breaking your back on a construction site? Note the wind, note the lie, note the pin. Pick the right club and hit the fucking ball. Fucked up? Good. Now you know what you're doing wrong. Note the wind, note the lie, note the pin, hit the fucking ball. One shot at a time." I don't know much about AA. All I know is it worked for my dad. I probably pressed him a time or two on this or that thing about AA that I disagreed with. And he probably just laughed at me like I didn't know a damn thing, and simply respond, but it works. But what is it, Dad? What is it that works? He'd probably say something like, it's better to sit quiet and let them think that you're stupid than opening your mouth and proving it. Since my dad isn't here, maybe I should just stick to speaking for myself. I think addiction makes sense to anyone, because the living are addicted to life itself. It's just the normal state of affairs. There's not much more thinking needed once you realize that. All that's left to do is just live. Skate! It's when you mistake thinking for living that you get all fucked up. You get addicted to your thinking and start thinking you're smarter than you really are. I think I spent a lot of my life trying to prove my dad wrong, trying to prove I was right. But the more I tried to know my dad in order to prove him wrong, the less I understood. Trying to be all smart about it. Oh, he was just addicted to not being addicted. And that new addiction kept him sober and alive. Trying to prove he had no power and I had all the power because I knew him better than he knew himself. Sounds like I had a bit of an addiction, don't it? If I really take stock of myself, I can freely admit that I am addicted to the truth. Addicted to that which I struggle to fully attain. Because there's real power in truth. It can get you higher than almost anything in life. But the truest truth there is mystery. As paradoxical as that sounds. After your greatest golf shot, you have no idea what the fuck you just did. But man, oh man, does that ball look good flying like that. Take it in. Don't spoil it with your smarts. Just watch the mystery fly. Feel it fly. It's my way of making sense of this AA thing. Making sense of my dad. The higher power is that perfect golf shot you have no idea how you hit. You chase after it, one shot at a time. Sometimes you get it. Most oftentimes you don't. But you know it's there all along. You can feel it. You know it'll show up if you do. And it won't if you don't. It's just one shot at a time. One shot at a time.
Hey, boy. Hey, it's Willie. You don't know me. I was inside there just now. That was quite the speech you gave there, boy. Sorry to hear about your pops. I lost my wife, Annie, but she's still keeping me on the straight and narrow, just like your old pops. I'd probably be curled up in a bottle of shine right now, like one of those little boats, if it wasn't for her. Oh, I had it bad, boy. Shoot. I was pissed every second of the day after my Annie left. Broke my fucking heart. Tried to keep it pumping with liquor. But that's not the way to go, boy. Shoot.
Do you mind if I record this? I hit my head a lot growing up.
Didn't we all, eh? I know some folks in these meetings are keeping steady diaries. I always thought that kind of thing was just for the women. Well, to each their own, I suppose. Whatever floats your boat out of that bottle, eh? I guess I'm preaching to the choir at this point. Sounds like you had yourself one hell of a pops. I have no doubt he's keeping you powered up. Giving you all the strength and purpose and whatnot. Sounds just like my Annie. Some of these drunks got everything they need, but they still struggle without that higher power, eh? They think they got all the power. Shoot, they ain't got shit. I know. 'cause I was there, boy. When my Annie left, I thought I had to do the work of two, eh? Ended up barely doing the work of one. No power whatsoever. I was in rough fucking shape, boy. Wasn't anything anyone could do for me. It got real fucking dark for a second there, boy. Shoot. So one night, I'm on a hell of a tear. Just as lost can be, boy. Real dark. Started grabbing shit from around the farm, anything that reminded me of Annie, so a lot, and throwing it up on the heap. I got this heap out at the farm. Throw all my shit on there and torch it up every once in a while. So I got the quad and the trailer and I'm filling this bitch full of shit. Feeling real fucking powerful, eh? So I'm fucking past pissed at this point and bringing another load over to the heap when all of a sudden this golden dome just appears out of nowhere. Right on the fucking heap. I thought the fucking heap was on fire. I mean, you'd hear it and feel it if it was a real rager, but I was so fucking gone. Stumbling all over myself. Cut my fucking leg on the quad when I fell off of it. Oh, fuck. What a mess. Just blood and shit everywhere, eh? Well, before long, I wise up to this thing. And it is a fucking beauty untold, boy. I'm crawling up the heap like a fucking bum, and I'm just fucking freaking over this dome. Somewhere between interested and terrified, eh? I'm sneaking up on it, slowly. I don't know what to believe. Like, am I passed out? Dreaming on the heap? But I couldn't be. It felt too real, boy. A real quiet and cool rager. So I get up to the top edge of the heap, right? And I'm peeking over and cannot believe what I'm seeing, boy. I damn near pissed, shit, and puked myself right there, all at the same damn time. It's my Annie. I couldn't believe my fucking eyes, boy. My Annie is glittering gold right there on top of the fucking heap. Shoot. It still gives me goosebumps just talking about it. The power, boy. The fucking power. Now, I'm not one of these praying ass cocksuckers who be believing without seeing, eh? Shoot. I don't think I've been to a mass since I looked Annie in the eyes and said, I do. But I know my Annie. She had more fucking power than all the women in the world put together on their best fucking day. And when she showed me that power on the heap that night, well, I was on my knees, begging her for some power. I was a bigger fucking mess that night than that heap could ever be. She must have thought I was some washed-up, pathetic shell of a man of what she married. And she'd have been right. Annie was never shy about telling me exactly how I was fucking up. No question, boy. She would whip my ass the second I had my head too far up it. Hell, Annie's probably the only reason I'm alive to this day. She didn't save my life. She gave me life. No fucking question. So to see her that night, powering over me, fucking A, boy. There ain't no questioning that. Shoot. No room for speculation. No need for believing, boy. She had just done to me what she always did to me. She set me fucking straight, boy, like only Annie could do. Shoot. And she didn't even have to say a fucking word. Nothing. She just shined her light on me and let me soak up some of her power. Shit. My own doctor don't even believe me. But I shit you not. That night on the heap, Annie set me sober, boy. I was drunk as drunk could be when I climbed that heap. But Annie, she sobered me right up. I never saw straighter in my entire life than when I saw her on that heap, boy. It's burnt in my fucking brain. If I could be so bold, She's burnt in my fucking soul, boy. No fucking question. And these fucks in this meeting won't have it, eh? Can you imagine the nerve of these fucks? They told me my Annie was a fucking Abora Aurealis or some shit. Shoot. They just say I was drunk as a skunk and there is no fucking way I could tell if it was Tuesday or moonshine. Shoot. I'll kick a fucker's head clear off the next time they say something like that to my face, boy. Shit, I'm getting a little fired up, eh? Shoot. I tell you, the real problem with these fucking drunks, and a lot of sober fucks too, mind you, they think they so fucking smart. They think they got all the answers, and that makes them feel like they got all the fucking power in the world. Shoot. I know damn well, boy. I was there. They ain't got shit. All they are is drunk on the power they ain't even got. They are loonier than the day is long. Now ain't that the truth? No question, boy. Anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Been stone sober ever since. My doctor can't fucking believe it. He said he's never seen me so good. He said he's never seen a turnaround like me in all his days. I believe that, boy. I can feel it. Stronger every day. All because of my Annie. I've been busting my ass like there ain't no tomorrow. I've never seen the farm looking so good. It's amazing what a dumb old bastard like me can do with a little higher power, boy. Shoot. I don't need to convince the world of nothing, boy. The world ain't gonna listen anyhow. Not only that, it's not my fucking job to make them listen. They gonna listen if they gonna listen, and they just ain't if they ain't. Simple as that. And I just ain't got the fucking time neither. I got work to do. I can't be fucking around trying to knock sense into all these people. Shoot. I got my job. I know what I need to do and when I need to do it. I get up bright and early every morning with a big smile on my face and stay in my lane 'cause I know I got that unstoppable golden power looking over me and everything's gonna be okay. No question. My Annie wouldn't have it any other